Hi, welcome to this session. I am Alberto Estevez, director of the Biodigital Architecture Master Degree, an official degree here in our University International of Catalonia. We will see some presentations about, you will see in the screen every time different pictures about the works and the designs that our students and teachers are doing here. And well, you have the possibility to ask questions also at the final of this presentation, and at the end also we will show you a little video of 3 minutes that explain you also very good all the master. Here, as I tell you before, you will see, you can put attention in all these little pictures in every screen. Saying about the master, that is a master that it's with a duration of 1 year, that it's from January to September, when it's the final presentation of the thesis. And this master, it's started from a research line that it's called genetic architectures, that we have found in year 2000. And we are mixing the biodigital techniques from biology, from digital tools, and in a new understanding of architecture that we think that it's really the understanding of advanced architecture for our 21st century. So you will see here some different drawings, some different inspirations from nature everywhere, because of course we are searching a kind of bio-learning, so learning from nature, learning from the examples that nature gives to us, to apply with digital tools to architecture in the different studios. You will see at the end also some different pictures that we have worked in different studios from the different professors, as Carl Chu, as Denis Dollens, as François Roche, and Matías del Campo, myself, Alberto Estevez, and all this we are making in this fusion between the biological world, the digital world. So we are experimenting with this kind of software, that evolutionary software. In the beginning we are learning about Rhino, about grasshopper processing, so that we have the minimal tools for begin to project these kind of designs that you are seeing in the pictures, as you see, and after also working with the digital tools of CNC machines, 3D printers, for make the models that can show us so these 3D versions of our drawings. The program of the master, as you see in the screen, have a kind of introduction with different subjects about metaphysics and computation, theories of emergence, fundamentals of genetics, also with geneticists that we are mixing, also learning from teachers that are architects, that are geneticists, that are biologists, that are art historians, that are philosophers. So all this kind of multidisciplinary learning take us to this new biodigital architecture that we are teaching in our master. So here in the program structure you can see this from one side the different theoretical workshops, different theoretical seminars of the different issues that are common in our master, and after also this block of information systems that it's learning from the software, and this parametric associative software, scripting, production tools with CAD/CAM machining, etc. And also after applying this to the studios with Karchu, with Denis Dollens, with myself mainly, and also different guests, different inviting professors of other universities that are in a convergence in Barcelona. At the end, in next year, in 28th of September, we will do the final presentation of the research projects of every student. And here you can see also the different teachers, for example, Neil Leach, that is doing with us every every year a special theoretical week, or Afonso Urcioli, that is specialized in 3D printing and in CNC machines, or different theoretical guests that are coming, or Karchu here at left below, that it's also directing a whole studio. In the timetable of November-December, in a voluntary possibility to have tutorials with us, with readings, with beginning to learn some software, and we can help online this tutorial. But at the end, we start in 19th of September of next year until 30 of June. That is 9 months full, 6 months intensive in our workshops here on site in the school. Also with visiting Barcelona, visiting some Gaudi's work that we consider that it's really the source of all this this master. And at the end, you will have from July to September 3 months for prepare the final presentation of your master thesis. That can be a kind of overwalking of the 3 studios that the students do from January to June. Of course, the fields of future mainly are architects, engineers, designers, artists that come to do this master, that they become a kind of position of singular, very unique tools and understandings of architecture, that when they return to the countries, because the 99% of the students are from other countries, not from Spain. So when they return to his countries, they have a special position for the universities in the countries. So approximately more than 60% of our students are now working as teachers in the universities of his countries, because really the understanding of architecture that they learn, it's very useful for the universities in his own countries. Here is a little picture also from the different lectures that we had this last months. Very different guests, lectures, and here begin some examples of the works, the designs with drawings, 3D printings, CNC machine, etc., about the different projects of the different studios that you can have. And for example, my own studio, Alberto Estevez, or the studio of Karchu. Here the different examples of different years, or the studio of Dennis Dollens also, sometimes working in a scale 1:1, making real models of real architecture with the CNC machines, or here the studio of Evan Douglas that now is teaching in Rensselaer Institute close to New York, or the studio of Matias Del Campo that now is teaching in the University of Michigan, or the studio of Francois Roche that was teaching very much years in the Columbia University and now is in the Bangkok University, etc. So at the end also sometimes we are doing different exhibitions, as you see here, different years, with these pictures that are examples of the different exhibitions of our work in the master. And finally, it's the presentation of the thesis that next year is around 28th of September of 2017, and with a jury of doctors specialized in these matters. And also, especially for the next edition, it's that we have a call of papers of a congress. Every 3 years we are organizing an international conference, so the next year the students of our master have a good look because they can participate in this international conference about biodigital, because it's the year 2017. The last year was 3 years ago of the second international conference that comes different guests and different presentations of papers about these questions. And also, well, if you will have all the information at the website, you can write to the emails of Biodigital Week S or the address of our university. You will see very easy the links with the different possibilities to have more information about this. And at last, we will see now a little video of 3 minutes that will have a resume about what is really studying in Barcelona and the different questions about the master that at the end you can ask also if you have more questions. So thank you very much for attending this session. You are welcome. Bye.
The official master's degree in biodigital architecture was founded in the year 2000 as a pioneer and interdisciplinary postgraduate program, the first one that dealt with architecture from a digital and biological point of view, and the first one that brought together in the same city, Barcelona, all the founders of the digital organicism. Now, Barcelona has become one of the epicenters of biodigital architecture, the new avant-garde of the 21st century. Here, where 100 years before, Antoni Gaudí introduced for the first time in architecture the lessons that he learned directly from nature, and Salvador Dalí once predicted that architecture would be soft and furry. Barcelona is as well one of the most visited cities and a meeting point for culture, creativity, and innovation. The official master's degree in biodigital architecture and its PhD program within the context of the research line Genetic Architectures in the School of Architecture of the Universitat Internacional de Catalunya focus on the new way of cybernetic, digital, and ecologic environmental designing in the meeting point between computing, biology, genetics, and architecture. Through studios and workshops with personalized descripts developed by the pioneers of the digital architecture, professors such as Bernard Cash, Carl Schuh, Dennis Dollens, Evan Douglas, or François Roche drive the projects and researches of the students coming from all over the world around the concepts of generative, parametric, biomimetic, morphogenetic, and morphodynamic applied to architecture. In order to achieve that, students experiment with evolutive processes and algorithms through tutorials on 3D modeling software such as Rhino and Grasshopper, plus add-ons 3ds, Max, Maya, or processing. New technologies have given us new possibilities, not just in terms of design, but also in terms of production, that lead us to new non-standard architecture from genetic principles of variation and mutation. The master's degree has the first digital lab inside a Spanish university, with CNC milling machines, 3D printers, and laser cutting, that allow the student to complete the cycle of the most advanced experimental architecture, from the idea and modeling to the fabrication scale 1:1, as well as a laboratory of genetic architecture in the health campus of the university that enhances the capacity of innovation and development of new ideas in a context of genetic architecture. The perspectives, opportunities, and challenges that bring the knowledge on biodigital architecture are fascinating, and also its fields of work for the future: architecture, engineering, design, art, teaching, and research. The alumni and PhDs of the master's degree program come back to their countries developing an avant-garde professional line, or as researchers in universities all over the world, increasing the map of biodigital architecture. The digital technology understood from biology is the most advanced challenge that is taking place nowadays in architecture. Therefore, there is an unexplored job market where the open field is very wide. Welcome to the official master's degree in biodigital architecture of the Universitat Internacional de Catalunya.